time for a speed reviews, much overdue. If you don't know, this is what I consider to probably be the most important video on my channel. It's where I collect a lot of the makeup that I've been trying and feel comfortable with, and finally, after multiple uses, I'm able to tell you my final thoughts on these products. And this is a big one. Since it's been a while since I've done this, we have like 40 products around that, so this is one of my biggest ones, so strap in and get ready because we're gonna speed review over 40 different makeup products. Before we get into that, I want to thank today's sponsor for today's video, which is Hera, and I'm really excited to be working with them because they are a contemporary soul beauty brand. All of their products are made in Korea, and you can definitely tell they are made with the Korean woman in mind because of the way that the makeup applies. And I find a lot of K-beauty trends coming into the American beauty trends, so I'm really excited to share these products, and they're super high quality. One thing that I noticed with a lot of K-beauty trends is it's all about the lips and almost like a blurred look. So I have 4 different formulas for the lips that Hera has. So the first one is the Hera Sensual Powder Matte Liquid. This has a velvety, smooth matte finish. It feels extremely lightweight on the lips, and it's almost like a delicate velvet as you apply it to the lips. You can immediately tell as soon as it touches your lips, it's going to be super comfortable. It's not drying at all like a lot of the liquid lipstick formulas that we're used to. This is not like that at all. It literally is feather light on the lips. It's also formulated with moisturizing essential oils and primer ingredients that are going to kind of fill in the lines of your lips, leaving them looking silky smooth even with that matte finish. I swatched today 3 soft velvety kind of colors, and they are all so beautiful. And you'll see that with the other products that I'm talking about, all of them are stunning, stunning colors. Right now on my lips, I'm currently wearing shade 499 Rose Suede. It's going to be beautiful for the holidays. And all my K-pop fans, my mother is a K-pop fan, so I know my mom's going to appreciate this. This is endorsed by Jennie Kim. So that's the first formula. They also have the matte lip tint. Now this is what Korean brands do best in my opinion, and Hera is definitely the best lip tint that I've tried. So it gives that soft matte smudged look on the lips, but this one applies very even. That's something that I've discovered with bad quality lip tints, is they'll somewhat look uneven and dry. Not these. It's a very smooth smudge to the lip. Once again, it has those primer ingredients that's going to smooth out the lip. Just like with the liquid, it has that soft, silky texture and it feels super lightweight on the lips. And oh my gosh, I love the packaging on these because the tops match the actual color of the lipstick. And obviously, you can see they have really beautiful colors as well. You know, and you can apply a lot and it's still going to look really great. Or you can use your fingers to smudge it out for more of that true lip tint. Lasts a long time, really comfortable. These are a cool formulation. This is a formulation that I don't have a lot of in my collection, so I've been really excited about that. Jennie Kim also likes this formula. In fact, I think Jennie Kim likes all of these formulas. While all of them are amazing, I will say I think the Central Spicy Nude Glosses are my favorite formulation, mostly having to do with the packaging, but I'll explain that. So these are formulated to give you kind of a my lips but better look, and it also adds volume to your natural lips. You can almost feel the tingle when you apply it to your lips, but it is not painful at all like some of the lip plumpers that I've used in the past. It's not sticky, it doesn't feel too thick. It's very comfortable and extremely hydrating against some really nice colors. Right now I have this shade 382 on my lips, and what I love about this is the applicator. So it comes in the really nice packaging that all of the other lip products I just showed you come in, but the applicator on this is so nice. I feel like it's the perfect shape to my lips, and it applies the product so even and a beautiful color. 462 is also just a gorgeous nude. So one of my new favorite gloss formulas. They did a phenomenal job with this. They also do have a new product called the Sensual Powder Matte Lipsticks, and oh my gosh, the packaging on these is absolutely stunning. And I think what stands out to me the most about these is how lightweight they feel on the lips as well. Extremely comfortable. That's what I noticed with the Hera lip formulation, and the colors are stunning. But yeah, this also has that feather light feel on the lips, so if you don't like the feel of having products on your lips, this is really, really great if you're looking into more of a traditional style lipstick. And it's also supposed to have kind of that blurred lip look that's going to give you the my lips but better kind of feel, you know what I mean? So these guys are currently on their biggest discount of the year. So if you are interested in picking up any of these items, I will have them linked down below because now is a good time. But yeah, extremely high quality product. Really excited about having some true Korean beauty products in my collection, and they're so beautiful. So I highly recommend them. I will have the link down below to shop if you are interested. Again, a huge thank you to Hera for sponsoring today's video. It's been a pleasure playing with these products and working with you. Let's go ahead and get into all of the other reviews I got, because we gotta get going. So let's start off with face primers. The first one that I have is from e.l.f. This is their newest putty primer, the Sea Bright Putty Primer. I really like this one. I feel like it adds a very light illumination. It's very hydrating. It leaves my skin feeling good before applying makeup. Of the whole putty primer line, is it my favorite? Probably not. It's probably not the one that I need the most, but it does have some brightening qualities to it, as well as leaves a pretty natural glow to the skin. So I think it is a very nice addition. It's not the one that is perfect for my skin type, but it's very, very pretty. It also has vitamin C if that's something that your skin needs. So it's a good e.l.f. putty primer. I love their putty primers, so this is a nice addition. This next one, I only have it in a sample size, but it is so good. Now, if I was a normal human being and did not review makeup for a living, I would buy this in the full size, but I don't need it now, obviously. But this is the Tarte Hydrating Primer. Oh my golly goodness, this is so hydrating. As somebody with dry skin, this quenches my skin, makes my skin feel so hydrated. So if you have dry skin, this is a great primer to look into. It's not too thick. It is perfect before applying makeup. It soaks right in and smooths and hydrates the skin. So this one is definitely a hit. I really like this. This is one of the better hydrating primers that I've tried recently. Super duper nice. I also have this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and it's the illuminating one. Absolutely stunning. I love the illumination that this leaves. I find it to be a little bit more illuminating than most illuminating primers, because you know how you have some that say they're illuminating, but they just add like the littlest amount of sheen. And really, you know, the second you put foundation over, it's no longer even glowy. Yeah, not with this one. This one has a little bit more, so when you have it on bare skin, it might be like a little bit much, a little bit too metallic, but as soon as you put your foundation over, your skin looks really nice and glowy. So this is a very, very nice one. I mean, Laura Mercier has been known for their primers for many years, so it also feels quite hydrating on the skin. It's just the perfect prep before makeup if you want a glowy base. So I've been enjoying this one a lot, and I've talked about this next one a lot. It's a shame how expensive it is. I didn't want to like this, but I love it. So this is from Chantecaille, and it's a Sheer Glow Rose Face Tint. This looks exactly on the face as it sounds. It's a sheer glowy face tint that has like a rose tint to it. It is so beautiful. It looks beautiful over the skin. It's not quite as metallic as the Laura Mercier that I just talked about, but there's something about this that looks amazing. It feels amazing. Chantecaille is an amazing skincare brand, and you can definitely feel that within the properties of this formula. Of the 4 primers that I talked about, this one is my favorite, and I will continue using this. It's stunning. And while it isn't as strong of an illumination of the Laura Mercier, I swear the Chantecaille just makes your skin look better. It just looks so good. Next up, I have a new foundation. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Now, the big deal about this is it's been reformulated. The old formulation was actually one of my all-time favorite drugstore foundations, and not only did they reformulate it, but they also somehow managed to get the cost of it down, which is unheard of at this point in time. And I think they really did make the formulation better. Something about it looks more natural. I feel like with the old formulation, if I overdid it, it looked a little heavy and cakey on the skin. I don't feel that way with this one. I feel like it wears a little bit longer. So if you're looking for a really good drugstore matte full coverage foundation, this will do you good. Keep in mind though, it is full coverage, so it's not going to look natural. You know what I mean? But it is a full coverage matte foundation, and sometimes from the drugstore, you just want that. So yeah, this one's very, very nice. Next up, I've talked about this one a lot, so finally I was able to squeeze it in a speed reviews. This is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, a really beautiful everyday foundation. So for me, when it comes to an everyday foundation, this is what I'm looking for. It gives a medium coverage. It's a little bit glowy, but it also isn't too glowy, so you know it's going to help with longevity. It doesn't look too heavy on the skin. It also covers my skin. I mean, I'll go for a lightweight foundation every now and then, but at the end of the day, if I'm putting on makeup, most of the time, I want to look good, I want to look perfected, and this one is perfect. I've been enjoying this foundation a lot. I think it's been a great addition to Sephora. It's not just another foundation thrown in the mix. I think it is a very, very good one. They did a nice job with this formulation. I can see it working for all different skin types. It's just a solid what you would want in a foundation for every day. So I've been enjoying this, still enjoying it. Probably one of my most used. I've also been messing around with the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. I like this. I don't love it. So apparently this is repackaged. It's the foundation that went very, very viral a few years ago with that weird packaging that you would press in with a beauty sponge. This gives a medium to full coverage. When I wear it, I like the way my makeup looks, but I don't love the way my makeup looks. I feel like after some wear, it can start to look a little heavy on the skin, can kind of emphasize some lines on the face as well, but it's not bad. I don't ever look at my face when I'm wearing this foundation and I'm like, ugh, like that never happens. But it also isn't a foundation that I personally would push anybody towards picking up. I know a lot of people love this, but for me, on my skin type, it's just been an okay. I feel like it looks better when you apply it, and then the longer you wear it, it starts to look a little foundation-y. And then the last foundation that I have is from Makeup Forever, kind of a foundation. This is the HD Skin Palette All-in-One Face Palette. I think this is really nice. Highly recommend it for makeup artists. So you have color correctors here, foundation, contours, blushes, brighteners, whatever you want, which I think makes it really great for a travel makeup artist because it's quite compact as well. Now, when it comes to doing a full face with this, while it is possible on my skin, I just feel like it's not the most flattering. I would definitely oil up my skin and prep it before I apply this everywhere. But for just certain needs, you know, if I need a color corrector, if I want a cream contour, if I want a cream blush, I think using these in areas of the face is really nice, spot concealing as well. But you could totally make this work on a pinch for a full face, even for traveling as well. It is very, very nice, but it's not my favorite cream foundation formula of having it just like everywhere. I think it can look a bit much if I use this for foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, highlight. I feel like it could look a little overwhelming on the face, but you can totally make it work if necessary. But in terms of just throwing on makeup, I'm not reaching for that one as much. Two concealers. The first one you guys know I'm loving because I put it in my Sephora recommendations, my monthly favorites. So just a quick shout out to the Milk Makeup Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. I have it on this eye right now and it just looks so smooth. It's so hydrating. It gives a true medium coverage. I'm very happy with the coverage of it. This is everything that I want a concealer to be. I have not been very happy with a lot of the new concealers that have launched recently. This is the only one that I have looked at and have been like, yes, I want to use you. You are going to make my under eyes look great. So to me, in the last 6 months, this is definitely the best concealer that has launched, so I definitely recommend this one. On the contrary, this one took a lot of time for me to decide if I liked it or not, and ultimately I've decided I don't really like it. I found purposes for it, which I'll talk about, but this is the Rephr Beauty Sweetener Concealer. This went viral for a little bit, so as an under eye concealer, I find this to look a little thick and dry, and then when I put powder over it, it makes my under eyes look even more thick and even more dry. It's not the most flattering on me. I mean, I have it on this eye right here, and I don't know if it's able to pick up on camera, but it looks thicker. It looks drier. It's going into the fine lines much more. The Milk makeup just looks a lot better. However, I really enjoy this for spot concealing and, you know, for carving around the face, correcting around the face. So, you know, I'll use it to clean up under my brows, I'll use it to shape my lips, I'll use it to cover a zit. It's been useful, but as an under eye concealer where everybody was demoing it, it is not flattering. So I love a good pot concealer though, and I think this works great as a pot concealer, but it's a bit too thick for me for the under eyes. 2 powders. So this first one is from an organic beauty brand. This is Crunchy, and they call this the translucent finishing powder. This I have mixed feelings about because it's very picky about which base products it likes. So for some reason, if I put it with a foundation it doesn't like, it causes the foundation / concealer to oxidize. It will emphasize dryness. If I put this with products that it does like, it makes my skin look smoother than a baby's butt. I'm not even exaggerating. So I have it on this side of my face. It really liked the Milk Concealer. I look super duper blurred. So if you know what products look good with this, you're gonna love this. If you put it with a product it doesn't want to hang out with, it's not gonna look good. Something I also do not enjoy about it, the packaging doesn't really work. It just keeps falling through the holes anyways, so it's a little bit of a mess. And when you open it or you put your brush in, powder just flies everywhere, and then you breathe it in and you like choke. It's not that pleasant. So the packaging to me, I'm like, But the product itself can be very hit, but it can also be very miss. The other powder that I have is the Haus Labs Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder. I think that this is a match made in heaven with the Haus Labs foundation, which obviously was very intentional. I just felt like whatever I didn't like about the Haus Labs, this powder fixed. So I felt like the Haus Labs wasn't very blurring. Then you put this powder over top, it blurred beautifully. So I will say the Crunchy really liked the foundation that I had on underneath. So the Crunchy side looks more smoothing than the Haus Labs, but the Haus Labs is definitely more reliable, and for me it's a must to pair with the foundation because they just go so well together. And if I don't pair it with the Haus Labs foundation, it is still a solid powder. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice powder. It's not, you know, better than my Huda Beauty or my Maybelline Fit Me, but it's a very nice powder. Moving on to bronzers, I have 2. So this first one is from Ciate. This is the Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Palm Island. It's a nice bronzer. It's a bit warm for me. It applies very, very nice. It looks better when I am wearing warm tones on my face. If I'm not, then this looks straight up orange. So if you are a picky person with bronzers, or you find bronzers tend to pull orange on you, the shade Palm Island is not for you. The formulation is fine, it's solid, it's not an all-time favorite, but it's not something that I'm gonna poo-poo on either, so it's a fine bronzer. Now what I like a little bit better is this trio from Trixie Cosmetics. And no, it does not only have to do with the packaging, but the package is pretty cute, right? This is the Trixie Cosmetics Flower Power Bronzer. It also has a highlight in here. So there are 3 different strips. There's a darker bronzer, a mid-tone bronzer, and then a highlight. All 3 are beautiful. I tend to mix the bronzer together. Applies to the face very nicely. This one is not too warm. I love having the highlight accessible. It's just a little tiny slit, but that's all you really need. A gorgeous product. I've been very, very impressed with Trixie Cosmetics, and this one is just a joy to use because it's so cute. All right, 2 cream blushes, both from e.l.f. So the first one that I have are some new putty blushes. I've been messing around with the newer-ish luminous formulation. I also picked up a putty blush in the shade Bahamas. This one is not luminous. So I have a love-hate relationship with these. I really enjoy these when I'm wearing a full cream look. If I'm mixing them with powders on my face, I find that these don't react as well to powders. The putty blush, not the luminous putty blush, I prefer the formula of, because the luminous ones can look extra weird if you apply them with powder, but they're very affordable. I still enjoy them, and I just have to know what I'm getting myself into when I apply these. So if I'm going for a full cream look, these mesh beautifully in with the skin. I think sometimes the luminous can look a little kind of glittery, but nothing I can't push through. So they're okay. I would say they work just about as good as you think something at this price point would work. Maybe a little bit better, but even though I don't love these, I actually do find myself reaching for them. They last long, they're solid, you know? I have it on today and it looks good. So a good option if you're looking for a cream blush that's affordable, or maybe you want to try with something of that medium for the first time, give it a try. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't as in love with the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick. I knew I didn't like these, but I've been trying to give other colors a try because, you know, sometimes it might, you know, different colors work a little more different. So I got the shade Sparkling Rose, and she's sparkling. She literally has chunks of glitter in there, a little bit more sparkly than I would like for it to be my blush. I've used it as a cream blush a few times. It's okay. I don't love those glitter particles, and on the lips looks a little dry, so still not my favorite formulation, unfortunately. I think the luminous putty blushes are much better than the monochromatic multi-stick from e.l.f. I have these blushes from the High School Musical collaboration with ColourPop. I've been using these a lot, so I thought I'd mention them. My favorite shade, I actually ended up putting this in my favorites because I've been using it so much, is Wildcats. This is the most neutral wearable shade, and you can see I have pushed this embossment in. You can barely see it, but this is the most pretty everyday peach color. I didn't show this on camera, but I actually have it as a really natural eyeshadow today since I don't feature eyeshadows in these videos. It's very, very pretty. Also, Freaky Genius Girl is a brighter pink, but they don't have a ton of pigmentation, so they're still very wearable. Nothing to be scared of. And then Playoffs is more of like a coral reddish shade, which is also very gorgeous. I've been enjoying this. I love a good ColourPop pressed powder blush formulation. I think they are phenomenal for the price point. They feel very high quality, and if you're around my age, the nostalgia of this beats everything. So ColourPop I love, the formula of their pressed powders I love, the colors I love, and the theme itself I love. So all in all, these were going to be a win. I also have had my gorgeous luxury Gucci blushes. Some of the shades that I have kind of look the same as one another, so ordering online wasn't the best choice for me, but overall, I think these are a very beautiful formulation. Do I think they're overpriced? Well, of course. You don't need to spend this much money on a blush. You can get a lot of good blushes at a much better price point, but you know me, I love Gucci Beauty. I love their packaging. These blushes did not disappoint. The formulation itself is very beautiful as well. Again, nothing to go bankrupt over, but they're a nice formulation. I don't regret picking these up at all. I maybe regret some of the colors that I chose just because they're very similar to one another. Love the fragrance on these as well. So if you're interested in these, picking up, I don't know, I think this for sale is done by the time I'm talking about this, so never mind. But if you want them, get them. But don't overstretch your budget for these. You know what I mean? But they're pretty. I like them. I really, really do. I have just one highlighter, actually. So this is from Ciate. This is the go-to highlighter in Moondust. It's a very, very pretty highlighter. It's quite metallic. I have it on today. This is a good beaming highlight. It gives you a lot of, you know, it's pretty. Highlights are all kind of beginning to look the same to me, so like, does this stand out to me? Not really, but it's a good highlight. It doesn't look bad. It's not like the most smoothing highlight. It's not one that kind of blends into the skin the best, but it also is, it's fine. I like it. And then we are on to the last complexion product. Oh my gosh, I've been loving this. Not a new product, but this is the Rephr Beauty Always an Optimist Mist. Oh, this is so good. I feel like it's not too glowy of a spray, so it doesn't make you look sweaty after, but it really just sets in the makeup, adds that extra layer of hydration. You know, when you pop the powder on, and maybe it's kind of sitting on top of the skin, this right here will kind of melt it in and bring that hydration back to your face. This is a beautiful spray. I feel like I don't hear enough people talking about this. It's not overwhelming. It's not too heavy. It's not too much. Feels refreshing. A beautiful spray. Let's get into some eyebrow products, more than usual. So I have another crunchy product, that Organic Beauty brand. These are the Nutri Brows. So unfortunately, these ones didn't end up working out for me. they work okay, but I find them to be a little bit thick and sticky, so I think that makes it a little bit difficult to really draw on individual hairs. What I really like about these though are the colors. They really stuck to more cool toned colors, so it doesn't look too red in my eyebrows. And I can certainly make these work, but because they're a little bit thicker and more sticky than I prefer, when I blend them out with the spoolie, it just doesn't quite look right or the most even. While I do appreciate the brand and the brand's mission, and I love that they're a small brand, I'm honestly not as tempted to reach for these as I am some of my other favorite brow products. I also tried a new brow product from Benefit. This is the Gimme Brow Volumizing Pencil. There's supposed to be fibers in here. Honestly, I haven't come across really any fibers, but I like this pencil. I think it's a solid good. It's not my all-time favorite brow pencil, but I like that it has a drier consistency. It blends out really easily. It's not too heavy in the eyebrows. I have mine in the shade 3.5. Overall, I think it's a solid brow pencil. For me, it's a little bit thick. I think it's thicker for those fibers, but again, I can't find the fibers. So yeah, I mean, I've been using it. I've been happy with it, but I've been wanting to reach for other brow products besides that, but it's fine. The last brow pencil product that I have is from Lottie London. This is the arch rival microfine brow pen. Personally, not a fan of this one, so I have the color brown, and it really should be renamed to like warm brown or red. This looks terrible in my eyebrows, and normally I can get past the color because I feel like sometimes that's my own mistake, but they really just made this too warm to be named brown. And not only that, I don't really like the amount of like the formula that comes out of it. It's too much for a brow pen, I feel like, or a marker. I don't need it to be quite so liquidy. It's just too much product comes out at once, so it just kind of looks like a lot of blobs in my brows. Too pigmented, too much color, it doesn't look good, and my eyebrows are really red with that, so not a fan of that, unfortunately. Two brow gels. The first one is from Morphe. Love a good affordable brow product. The Supreme Brow Shaping and Sculpting Wax. This is okay. So these shaping waxes are really popular for getting that feather brow. You can see I'm brushing my hairs back up because they fell down. So from me and my unruly eyebrows, this is not the longest lasting. I think it's a wee bit better than the e.l.f., but it's not like that much better. I don't know, I like it. I don't want you to think I don't like it, but I do need to periodically kind of fluff them back up. So it doesn't last as long as the ABH, if you ask me, and I think you're better off getting the Patrick Ta and the Too Faced one, but it's okay. If you don't have unruly brows, you might have better luck than me. The last eyebrow product that I have is from Merit. This is the Volumizing Pomade. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking amazing. So this one I like to use when I don't want to put anything in my brows because I feel like this really does volumize and fluff the brows in a very natural way. It is tinted, but even though it's tinted, it doesn't make your eyebrows look a mess. Now you can see in today's demo, it didn't get my eyebrows to stand stick straight up like the Morphe, but it gave it a more natural, full look. I'm normally not a fan of tinted brow mascaras or tinted brow gels. This is my all-time favorite tinted brow gel. It's so good, and it's one of the few that I feel like I don't need to fill in my brows before with. So I would wear products like these all the time when I was teaching. I'd just use a tinted brow gel, and I never really loved the way that my eyebrows looked. If I had had this, it would have been a game changer. So I have a couple pencil liners. I've been really into pencil liners lately. I used to be anti-pencil liner, but ESM launched some kind of like jewel-toned colors of their dual-ended eyeliners, which I love. So their dual-ended eyeliners have a matte side and a shimmer side. I find the shimmer side is great for highlighting the eye as well as being put in the waterline as well. They're very smooth and easy to apply. I use these in my bridal makeup kit. So I've been using two of their new colors. We have Fire and Garnet, which is the one I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the matte side. It's kind of like a really dark red. I think it's a nice difference from the normal black. It's like different, but not too different. You know, it still defines the eye. Also have been loving Luster and Amethyst, which is more purple. And you guys know I wear purple a lot, so I've been reaching for these. Really love these. Very easy to apply, very easy to use, has a nice longevity to them. No complaints here. And you guys know I've been playing a lot with the different colors of the Hourglass waterproof gel eyeliners. So I have 3 shades that I've been loving lately. These are 3 new shades. I've talked about these in the past. So we have Cave, which is a dark brown. I've been really into brown liner lately, so this one's been my favorite. Solstice is a gold shade, very pretty in the waterline. And then Chestnut's kind of like a reddish plum. Think Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury's eyeliner. Very pretty for purpley looks. I really like these eyeliners. I would say they're probably not like the #1 favorite, the best eyeliner in the industry, but they certainly get the job done. I think Hourglass has a great range of colors. They last a long time. They're relatively easy to apply. They're not as smooth to apply as the Esom, but I still have no complaints. And once they're on and they set, they are set. You are set. They last a really long time, which is obviously probably the most important part of an eyeliner. So very good. Been loving these colors. I've been stepping away from black eyeliners. These have been amazing. Lashes. Let's talk mascaras. The first one I've already raved about so much, so I'm not going to talk about this too much. This is the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara. The best high-end mascara I've used in a really long time. I find that it lifts and holds a curl on my lashes, which no mascara that wasn't waterproof has never, ever, ever done. Seriously, it adds length, it adds volume, it adds separation. It might not look as impressive in my demo because I don't have much lashes to begin with, but I'm telling you, this is one of the best high-end mascaras that I've ever used. I will continue to repurchase this mascara. I saw that it was sold out at Sephora, and it's because it is that dang good. I also have the new, it's not new, but to me it's new, the Merit Lengthening Mascara. This one is definitely a lot more natural. So for me, I don't love natural mascaras because my lashes, I need them unnatural, okay? I don't have much. I want them to look unnatural. So this hasn't been my favorite. It does a nice job of separation and length, but doesn't give me the volume that I want. So for me, it's not for my lashes, but it's fine. If you have like thick, nice natural lashes, you might enjoy that. And then I've been loving, obsessed with this pair of lashes. My new favorite. These are from Velour Cloud 9. They are dramatic, but not too dramatic. You know, it's not when you're going for a natural makeup that you're not gonna reach for these, but if you want to feel good, these are it. These are the ones that I'm wearing right now. You can see, like, they are falsies. They are not natural, but they aren't overwhelming on the eye as well. I have naturally smaller eyes, so a lot of times I can find that some lashes will be eating my eyes. These don't eat my eyes. They are perfect, and I'm so excited because Velour has seen me raving about these, so they're sending me another pair, because I'm obsessed with them. Oh my gosh, we're already on the final category of lips. I've already talked about the Hera lips. All of those are amazing. So that's what I have on today. But let's get into lip liners. These have been a favorite from Tower 28. This is one of their newer formulations. These are the one-liners. They're similar to the Makeup Forever in that you can use them wherever you would like, as eyeliners, as lip liners. I found these best used as lip liners for me. They have a drier formulation, which I think makes them so perfect. I love a good dry lip liner, but it still doesn't, you know, have any drag on the lips or anything. And they also just have the most incredible colors. I only have 2 because I think the third one, which is like kind of an in-between shade of these, I think it's in a purse because I use them so much. But Work of Art's the lighter shade, which is perfect for an everyday lip, has some coolness to it, and Draw Me is a darker brown. And so these go with any lip color. They last a long time. They're easy to apply. I've been using these nonstop, so I recommend them. I have a Merit lipstick. Talked a lot about, so I'm gonna breeze by. This is the baby lipstick. Yeah, Merit has a phenomenal lipstick formulation. Feels very luxurious. The color Baby in particular is stunning, and the packaging is amazing. So if you've been interested in Merit, I don't know what my favorite product from them is, but the brow pomade and this, I think might be the best. But they have a lot of good products. Hourglass, I've been using this Velvet Story or Pure liquid lipstick thing. I think this is in the shade Pure. It's a very, very pretty pink. I would say this is not my favorite lip formulation. It's not bad, but it's like a mousse. I haven't been feeling very into the mousse lipsticks lately. Not very hydrating, but it also isn't drying. I don't know. I just haven't been a big fan of the consistency. I feel like I always have to work to kind of blend it out. But the color is really beautiful. It just adds some color to the lips, a little bit more pinky. But when I wear this, I always want to put a lip gloss on top because it does not complement wrinkles on the lips. So keep that in mind. It's also not particularly long wearing. They're just better lip formulations. I haven't been moved by that. We have the Merit Lip Oil in Marrakesh is the shade that I have. What a stunning lip oil formulation this is. This is another great product from Merit. So it's not really that thick. I would say it's thinner than the Dior, but it's very comfortable. It feels more lightweight. It gives you some color, but not too much color. It's just a really nice, comfortable lip oil that you want to keep in your purse. I think they nailed down a great formula on this, and I've been enjoying using this. It's hydrating, comfortable, adds a little bit of color to the lips. It's perfect. I have a lip gloss formulation from Trixie Cosmetics. Okay, so Trixie sent me this, not Trixie herself, but Trixie Cosmetics sent me this set of lip glosses with crazy colors, and so I don't do crazy makeup that often, so I haven't had many opportunities to reach into those colors, but I managed to use like a really glittery clear shade and then Prism, which is very purple. So these I don't get a ton of use out of because I don't do creative makeup, but if you do creative makeup, you will love these. The High Gaze shade has some very big sparkles, which looks really cool with this specific style of makeup. For my everyday makeup style, not something that I reach for very often. And then Prism really is a true purple lip gloss. It looks purple on the lips. It's not like a game, you know, where they will have a lip gloss set with like purple, blue, green, but they all kind of look clear on the lips. No, this actually looks purple on the lips. So kudos to Trixie for doing that. I like the way that these feel, though the shade with the glitter, you can feel the glitter. So that might not be something that you love texture-wise, but it looks exactly how it looks in the container on the lips, and I think they're nice, very fun product. Unfortunately, I'm very boring, but it's a cool set. If you do creative looks, I recommend that. And the very last product in this 40 product review is this guy from Laura Mercier. This is the Petal Soft Lipstick Crayon. Personally, not a fan of this, unfortunately. It's okay, but it's not worth the money. It's very sheer, which again, it's called Petal Soft, I get it. But my issue with this is it looks very drying on the lips. It's just not flattering. If it's gonna be sheer, I feel like at least have some hydrating properties. It's drying, and it emphasizes my wrinkles on my lips, and because you know I don't have no lip filler or anything, so the lines on my lips are out to play with this. Or if you have a little bit of foundation on your lips, you know, from when you applied your makeup, it doesn't mix well with the foundation. I will use this if I do have foundation on my lips just to add a little bit of color in, but I don't really care for this, so that's my review on that. And boom, there we have it. I just reviewed 40 makeup products. Really proud of myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. I'm continuing to do these videos because you guys tell me how helpful they are to you, and that's the best part about this. And again, a huge thank you to Hera for sponsoring today's video. I will have all of the products linked down below. Definitely recommend those as well. Yeah, thank you all for watching this video and being subscribed to my channel. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.